According to an estimate, there are more than 2 trillion stars, galaxies, and planets in our universe. About 13.5 billion years ago, there was a huge Big Bang that caused the formation of these stars, galaxies, and planets. Out of these 2 trillion galaxies, this is the Milky Way galaxy, and within this Milky Way galaxy, this is our Earth, also known as the ground. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth came into existence, and since then, various creatures have come and gone extinct. Among these creatures, if there's one name that comes to the top, it's the dinosaurs. There was a time when the Earth was ruled only by dinosaurs. But then, 65 million years ago, a huge asteroid crashed into Earth, causing such devastation that it wiped out the dinosaurs completely. As the years passed and centuries went by, the era of humans came to Earth. Humans progressed a lot with time, changing the map of the world. They created luxury cars for traveling, built malls and huge buildings for living, and even created planes to fly in the sky. Today, the human population has surpassed 8 billion and continues to grow. But imagine for a moment, what would happen if all humans suddenly disappeared from the world? If humans were to vanish, would the Earth still survive? And what would the world look like without humans? According to a research by scientists, once humans disappear, planes that are flying in the sky would suddenly fall to the ground. An estimate suggests that approximately 100,000 planes take off and land every day, and at any given time, 9,000 to 11,000 planes are flying in the sky, carrying almost 1 million passengers. When these planes fall to the ground in large numbers, it would create a horrifying scene, like a terrifying war. After humans disappear, the roads would become completely deserted, and the vehicles, buses, and trucks on the roads would crash into each other, leading to massive destruction. Within just a few hours, electricity would stop working worldwide, except for places powered by hydroelectric stations or solar energy, as these require human maintenance. In a few days, even these would stop working. And soon after, darkness would envelop the world at night. During the night, the stars in the sky would appear even more beautiful and brighter than before. Without humans, complete silence would prevail. Factories and industries would shut down, and the world would be in an eerie stillness. The buildings, malls, and houses created by humans would be left completely vacant, and all around, there would be silence. After a few days, power plants would switch to safety mode, and after some time, underground railway stations would be flooded. According to an estimate, only from New York, 13 million gallons of water are pumped out from underground daily to prevent water from entering. Without humans, this pumping would stop, and within about 10 days after humans disappear, animals that are kept in zoos or cages would die due to hunger and thirst, and those that managed to escape would either be killed by other animals or they would kill each other. A fight for survival would begin. The small dogs and cats would be the first to fall prey to other animals, while larger dogs would form packs. This would mark the beginning of a new era. After a month, power plants would start to deteriorate because they use water to keep cool. With time, this water would evaporate, causing massive explosions that the world has never seen before. These explosions would lead to massive destruction, and millions of animals would fall victim to this catastrophe. This destruction would alter the landscape of the world. About 1 year later, satellites sent into space would begin to fall to the ground. Currently, there are more than 8,000 satellites in space, and when these satellites fall, the sky would look like a rain of shooting stars. But no human would be there to witness this spectacle. After 25 years, the roads and footpaths built by humans would be overtaken by greenery and vegetation. Vegetation would take over these areas and roads would start to look like forests. After 30 years, the air would be much cleaner without humans, and the world would be completely peaceful, with wild animals ruling the earth. Cities like Dubai and Las Vegas, built in desert areas, would be buried under sand, as nature would reclaim every place humans built. After 100 years, many dams, buildings, and human-made structures would have completely collapsed. After about 150 years, many roads that had been overtaken by vegetation would now look like canals or rivers. After 300 years, even the famous Eiffel Tower would collapse, and anything made of iron would be destroyed, as there would be no humans to maintain them. Over time, rivers would return to their natural paths, and the land would transform into a jungle, with trees and greenery all around. In this environment, various species would emerge. After approximately 400 years, marshy areas would be revived, and birds would dominate these areas. If the world lasts long enough, after 450 years, the absence of humans would result in the flourishing of animal and bird populations. Fish, animals, and birds would have multiplied 100-fold, and many creatures would have been born in the seas. Now, mammals and reptiles would rule the earth, similar to how dinosaurs once did 65 million years ago. After 500 years, modern cities would no longer exist. The cities would look like jungles, and wild animals would roam freely within them. Rivers, seas, and lakes would be full of birds. After about 600 years, the Earth's map would have completely changed. From space, Earth would appear green and blue. After 10,000 years, the 7 wonders of the world and human-made landmarks would mostly disappear, leaving only the pyramids in Egypt and the Great Wall of China. As time passes, these too would become mysteries. After about 30 million years, only plastic bottles would remain as evidence of humans, and a few years later, even those would be gone. After approximately 300 million years, there would be no trace left of humans. If any creatures came to this earth, they would have no idea that humans ever existed here. We hope you liked this video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.